Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in. Welcome to the online orientation of Code4You. My name is Abida Alabi and I'm the co-founder and president of Youth Impact Center. We'll be doing a walkthrough on software development with our major focus being front-end development because that is what this workshop is all about. And I'll be walking us through the basic things we need to know about software development, front-end development, how our learning models is going to be like for this workshop, and how the grading system will also work. As we have on the slide, the workshop will be starting by November 4th, 2022 and ending by January 27th, 2023. All classes shall hold only on weekends, being Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays. The various time frame for the classes according to the country time zones has been sent on the WhatsApp group. If you haven't seen it yet, we'll be sending it once again. Code4You is a global social impact collaboration project between the Young to Young from Asia and Youth Impact Center from Africa. Our major aim is to empower 1,000 plus African youths across schools and universities on web development and spark their interest in coding. We'll be having a brief welcome message from Lingraj Bimath, that is the founder of Young to Young.
Hello everyone, this is Lingraj Vimach from India, the founder of the NGA, and welcome you all for the Code for You project. And this project is awesome. It's going to be a collaboration with the NGA and Youth Impact Center of Nigeria to train 1,000 Africans in schools and universities on a web development. And I admire the Africans and the talent, and I believe this project is walkover for you if you are dedicated enough. And I welcome you all once again, and it's your passion and it's our mission. Thank you all. Thank you so much.
So there we have it. Moving on to the major topic for the orientation, software development. What is software development? According to the definition here, software development is the process of creating, designing, and deploying specialized computer programs. In a simpler term, it means the process which programmers, that is developers, use to build computer programs. It's as simple as that. It is simply the process that you use to build computer programs. With their various types of software development, but the two popular ones that we all hear about is front-end development and back-end development. These two are very crucial in web development, and I guess that's why they are popular. Full stack development is a combination of front-end development and back-end development. That is, if you've mastered the skill of a front-end developer and the skill of a back-end developer, you can call yourself a full stack developer. There are various other types of software development, as you can see here. We have application development, API development, there is mobile application, there is data science, there are a lot of different types of software development, but our focus would be front end development. What is front end development? Like we have it here, front-end development basically involves the development of the graphical user interface of a website through the use of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript so that the users can view and interact with that website. Whenever you log on to a website, the first page that you see, the landing page, the first result that you see, that is a front end page. That is something that you are seeing as a user. So that is simply what is called front end. The navigation menus, the navigation bars, the images, the text, everything that you see on the website that you can see as a user, the colors and everything, that is what is called front end. That is your job as a front end developer, to build these things for the users to be able to interact with. Front-end development versus back-end development. Now, we need to understand what back-end development is. It is majorly responsible for the data displayed on the web page, the processing of information from the page, and storing it in a database. What does this mean? Let's take the contact form or newsletters that we see on websites, for example. The data that we submit is going somewhere. Our names, our addresses, our emails, and stuff like that. The data is going somewhere. The program that would now send you mails weekly for those newsletters or monthly is something the back end developers would do. You can't see that. Yours is to submit your details and go. But the work of a back end developer is to do all these things. That is why the meme we have here has something of a front end and back end. The front end here is so glossy and shiny. We can see it's beautiful. It's like a beautiful image. But the back end here, people that are cooking and stuff. So it's literally explaining it. When you go to a wedding event, you don't see the people that cook, or you don't see the process you don't see the process where they are cooking the food and stuff. Yours is to enter the hall and attend the wedding and stuff like that. So this is just theirs is to process the information, store it in a website database, and roll out mails or whatnot to you. That's why this backend name looks like this. You cannot possibly make sense of any of this if you found them on the website. So backend has nothing to do with user graphical interface. Front-end developers can actually build projects without back-end developers, but that's only if you are building a static page, like a simple portfolio landing page or something. But as you develop your coding skills and they improve, your project would also get more complex, and you'd either need to find a back-end developer to turn to your best friend, or you learn a few back-end tricks yourself. Basically, if you are to work in a tech company as a front-end developer, you will need to work with the back-end developer, that's for sure. Now, what is the role, or what are the roles of a front-end developer? A front-end developer is basically responsible for developing new user interface, determining the structure and design of web pages, and building reusable codes. For you to be a good front-end developer, you will need to have an understanding of the web development process from inception to deployment. There's something called the web development life cycle, and you could make more research on that. You need to study something like that from the inception of the idea to the deployment. You need to understand every process before you can call yourself a really good front-end developer. We have it here, the role: client-side development, test website for usability, ensure your browser compatibility as well. So like I said earlier on, let's talk about the skills. What are the skills you need to learn to become a front-end developer, to become a certified front-end developer? As we have it here, we have HTML, CSS, JavaScript. These basic three languages, you need to learn them, and those are the basic things you'll be learning too in this workshop. You need to learn them at least master them to a certain stage before you can say, okay, I'm a fully certified front-end developer. You also need to learn to work with frameworks like Bootstrap, Angular JS, React JS, Ember, and other frameworks. So sometimes as time goes by, you can choose what framework you want to work with, or what framework works best for you, or what framework works best for the complexity of the project you are working on actually. Then you also need to a front-end developer needs to have this critical thinking skill, because your website has to be really responsive. You can't develop a website that's very, very beautiful, very, very functional on a laptop, but then when a mobile user you know logs onto your website, everything scatters. Everything that something that's supposed to be up is down and stuff like that. So you need to learn how to build responsive designs, and this is one of the things frameworks would help you with. So, and backgrounds of a front-end developer: most times, you need to be in a computer science or IT or IT related field. But nowadays you can even start without official education. For example, this project we are working on right now, you are not studying computer science, or you are not in any related IT degree. I wouldn't be surprised if there is a nurse, if there's an artist here, because this is just like a non-official education regarding software development. So where people can learn software development in whatever way that they want to learn. Then the last one here, the salary, I think it's just like an annual estimate of what a junior, average, and top front-end developer would earn per year. That is in dollars. So moving on, front-end job titles. What should I say? What careers can you develop as a front end? If you're in the front end field, you can work as a front end developer. That's for sure. A front end engineer, a CSS/HTML developer, a front-end web designer, a web slash front end user interface. What else? Front end SEO experts, front end DevOps, front end testing, and this QA, yes, is quality assurance. So you can work in different should I say different positions when you're in the front end field. You can work as a developer. Basically, what this is trying to tell us is you can choose something to specialize on. You can say, okay, what I want to do is I want to build code stack. What we are training you for in this workshop is the first one here, front end developer. But there are other front end careers that you could also build. You could work as a front end engineer, as a CSS or HTML developer, as a front end web designer, as a web or front end user interface designer, as a lot of other things. But basically, you either work as a front end developer or as a front end designer. Now, what are the things you are to expect from this workshop and the learning tools that you'll be using? We have three learning levels for this Code for You workshop. We have the basic level, the intermediate level, and the advanced level. You would need to have a minimum of some points before you are able to cross to the next level. The next slide will explain how the points and the grading system works. But for now, let's just focus on this. The training levels, you have the basic, intermediate, and advanced, like I said earlier. Now, the weekly quizzes and assignments that you'll be given, these are the major things that will determine the number of points that you get and how you move on to the next level. So you shouldn't take these quizzes and assignments leniently. You should be up to date. You should submit the assignments before the deadline. You should ensure that even if you submit the assignments before the deadline, you ensure that you try your best while you are trying to attempt these assignments and quizzes, because obviously you could work on every single assignment and still not meet up to the minimum number of points you're supposed to get. So you should be up and doing. Then later this year, by December, we'll be having like an online conference and award where our top five students will be invited for it, and then they'll be trained and mentored on how to develop tech related case studies. And when it so the how are we going to determine this top five? It still falls back on the weekly quizzes and assignments. So please do not take any part of this for granted. As time goes on, we are going to share more information about this, about the third item here. So moving on, the learning tools that we are supposed to learn, the learning tools that we are supposed to use to learn. The first one is StreamYard. You don't need to download any website. You don't need to download an app for StreamYard. It's just a website like we have here, streamyard.com. This is where the live classes are going to take place. This is where, like for example, let's say it's 10 minutes to the class, and then your facilitator shares the link on a closed WhatsApp group that guys, it's time to join. This is where you are going to come onto. You are going to come onto StreamYard. So the link that your facilitator send, it's what you are going to use to join the live class. So and VS Code is the major code editor we'll be using. Some of you might have it downloaded already, and some of us might not. So the link to download it is here, code.visualstudio.com. I'll also be sending a YouTube link on how to install and go about downloading the software. Then we'll also be using Google Classroom. Google Classroom is where you will be working on your assignments and your quizzes. I would also be sharing the link to the Google Classroom for Code for You later on after this video. So everyone should start joining as soon as they see that link, please. Then Replete is also an online code editor you will be using to submit your assignments. And JIT and GitHub, you will learn more about this when you get to the advanced level. YouTube is where, let's say you missed the live class, or perhaps you didn't understand a part that your facilitator was talking about, or you just need to refresh your memory. All the live classes will be streamed on YouTube, so you can go back and watch it later on. The link for all the classes shall be shared after the class is over. And of course, you need a browser. I'm sure everyone has a browser, because you literally need a browser to build this video that I'm recording. So yeah, it could be Chrome, it could be MS Edge, it could be Firefox. Just have a browser. The level curriculums. So before we move on to the level curriculums listed here, The points required to advance to the next level. Let's say you are done with the basic level. Now, one thing I forgot to mention is this: each level lasts for a month. The basic level will be taken throughout November. The intermediate level will be taken throughout December, and then the advanced level will be taken throughout January. Now, the points required to advance to the next level is basically we have 12 from this side here. We have 12 sessions per level. That will be because we have three sessions per week in a week. That will be 12 sessions in a month. So, and each assignment is 100 points per assignment. You'll be given an assignment to work on over the week, to work on over the week before the next class commences, and then also a quiz to answer, like a quick simple quiz to answer over the week as well. So each assignment will be 100 points, then each quiz will be 10 points. So that will be 1,200 points per level, and then 120 points, yeah, 1,200 points for assignments and 120 points for the quizzes in a level. That would amount to 1,320 points. So you need to either have this points or you have at least 700 points. That's like a minimum for you that you need to have before you advance to the next level. Successful learners that were able to make it to the next level will be contacted, and a new WhatsApp group shall be created for the new level. So please ensure you are hardworking and ensure you put your best to it, like Lee said earlier on. So the curriculum that we have here for HTML and CSS, the basic level will be majorly HTML and CSS basics. Then the intermediate level will be JavaScript basics. Then the advanced level is where you learn about CSS frameworks. So the CSS framework we'll be working with will be Bootstrap. The JavaScript framework will be working with will be React. Then others, if there's still enough time, we'll work with the version control, that will be Git and GitHub. How to deploy your code on Netlify, on database, CMS, and Firebase. That is for your advanced facilitator to tell you more about. So basically, basic level, intermediate level, and advanced level, you need to have 700 points minimum, at least 700 points before you move on to the next level. That's for this. These are your level facilitators. We have two facilitators, sorry, for the basic level, and two facilitators for the intermediate level. Then we have one facilitator for the advanced level. That is Bridget and Sophie for the basic level, and Mudupe and Abdusamad for the intermediate level. Then Alison for the advanced level. Please get to know your facilitators better, and do not hesitate to ask them questions during the classes, because one of the major ways to grow is to ask for help when you are stuck. We implore you all to take this opportunity seriously. In case you don't know the worth, people pay thousands of naira to learn the basics you are getting for free. Your facilitators are real heroes for stepping up to help you begin this journey, so do not take it for granted. I am personally excited to see how much you are going to grow at the end of this program. If you have any other questions or you didn't understand any part, you can reach out to the admins on the WhatsApp group. We'd be happy to help and give and provide answers to your questions. Thanks for watching. Do not hesitate to follow us on social media and engage our posts as well. See you on the other side. Bye.